where we had Chulivarcha Gavran Muttonacha Rassa along with bhakri. And you know how I am. I like to just go in the kitchen, take a look, and I also managed to get the recipe of this Gavran Muttonacha Rassa from the cook. And today I'm going to share this amazing recipe with you guys. So first, what she had done is she had cooked this recipe on firewood, where she had just taken whole onions and placed them in the fire. Just peel the onion and slit it like how you slit a bengan for your bharli wangi. So this little one is roasted quite well. We'll remove it off the fire. Keep it aside here. This one is also done. Let's remove this. Keep it aside for it to get cooled. Here I have half a dry coconut. So I'm just going to put directly on the fire. So coconut won't take much time to roast. Guys, be very careful when you're doing this. You can see how the whole thing is lit up here. See how well it is charred? Now let's wait for this to cool, and while we're waiting, let's make the garam masala powder. Just going to heat 2 tablespoons of oil. Take 15 to 20 black peppercorns, add it to the oil. 10 cloves, 1 inch of cinnamon, a tablespoon of coriander seeds, a teaspoon of shah jeera, a teaspoon of fennel seeds or saunf, badi shape, 3 black cardamoms, 5 green cardamoms, a small piece of nutmeg or zephyr, 1 whole mace, 2 star anise. Now I'm taking 3 bay leaves. And this is called stone flour or dagad fool. This is optional. If you don't have it, it's okay. So I've taken maybe a tablespoon of that. A teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. We'll roast all these spices till they release an aroma. I've kept the flame on a medium to low because I want the spices to roast very slowly and gently. You can see that the color of the spices has changed. So I'm going to quickly add 7 to 8 cloves of garlic and 1 inch of ginger that I've chopped here. We'll roast this along with the spices. Now also at this point, we're going to add some poppy seeds and some sesame seeds. A tablespoon of sesame seeds. We'll add the poppy seeds after we shut the flame, because if they get roasted a bit much, they tend to get a little bitter. You can hear the sesame seeds are popping. So now shut the flame and add a teaspoon of poppy seeds to it. Now mix this well. And we'll wait for this to cool, and we'll grind it along with some freshly chopped coriander and the roasted onion and dry coconut. So I've added almost a cup of freshly chopped coriander leaves along with the stems. So our masala is also ready. Now we'll prepare the rasa. So she had used a lot of oil. We'll use about half a cup of oil. So after the oil gets hot, we'll add 1 large onion that's finely chopped. Saute it for a minute. Now add a teaspoon of garlic paste, a teaspoon of ginger paste. Saute it for a few seconds. Add 2 finely chopped tomatoes. Now you can see that the oil has started to separate. Add 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Fry this for a few seconds. And now just add a kilo of mutton to this. Now on a high flame, Just saute the meat for at least 3 to 4 minutes. Now we'll add chili powder, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Now in most Maharashtrian homes, we make a sathonita masala, which is a masala that is made once a year and utilized the entire year. So at my house, we normally make the Kolhapuri kanda lasun masala. Some people make a kala masala. If you don't have any of these, you can also use garam masala. So now you can see this is the Kolhapuri masala that we usually make in the month of May, and then we store it for the whole year. I'm going to add a tablespoon of this, not much. So the Maushi there who was cooking the food, she didn't add any of the masalas. She just made that spice mix along with the dry coconut and the roasted onions. Now we'll add half the masala that we have ground. Now we'll add 1.5 liters of water to this. Add some salt to taste. Just give it a good stir. Now cover this and cook till the mutton is done. Remember to just keep stirring it at regular intervals. So the cooking time for this dish depends upon the quality of mutton that you have got. So mine took about 35 to 40 minutes. And see how gorgeous the curry is looking, and it is smelling just divine. We'll remove this in a serving bowl. Now we'll garnish this with some freshly chopped coriander. You can serve this with any Indian bread of your choice, like bhakri. I would prefer bhakri, or you can serve it with chapati, paratha. And do try this recipe. Let me know and keep watching Smita Dev. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, okay? I'm sure most of us come up with some amazing recipes when we are in a situation or in any crisis, like when we have guests all of a sudden at home and you have few limited ingredients, and then you cook up a storm and it really turns out really amazing. So during the IPL, I went through something like this, where suddenly I had very good friends come home to see the IPL on a big screen and have fun. And I realized that I don't have too many things to serve them, but I had some mutton left. And I made a dish with mutton, which I call it Lehsuni mutton because I put lots of garlic in it. It turned out really nice. I thought I'm going to share this recipe with you guys. So for that, first I heated 3 to 4 tablespoons of ghee. And then I added a few whole spices. I added 2 bay leaves, 1 mace, 1 inch of cinnamon, 3 green cardamoms, 10 peppercorns, 2 cloves, and my favorite, the star anise. And once the spices release their aroma, add 2 medium-sized onions that are finely chopped. Now saute the onions till they are soft and translucent. So the onions are soft and translucent. Now I'm going to add half a kg of mutton with bone and saute it for at least 4 to 5 minutes on a high flame. After sauteing the mutton for 4 to 5 minutes, add a teaspoon of ginger paste. Just saute it for a minute And now we'll add our spices. A tablespoon of coriander seed powder, a teaspoon of cumin seed powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a tablespoon of red chili powder. Just saute this well. Now add a cup of water to this. Some salt to taste. I'd like to add one more thing here. If you're pressed for time, you can just simply pressure cook this as well. But I always prefer to cook the meat on a low flame because it cooks in its own juices and it turns out really succulent. So now let's cook the meat till it's done. Mutton is also cooked well. So now what we'll do is we'll add half a teaspoon of Garam Masala powder. And here what I did, I toasted some saffron and I powdered it. So I'm going to add quarter teaspoon of saffron as well, not much, because it can get a little bitter as well. And then just throw in some green chilies. About 2 large onions were sliced and fried. And now the hero of the dish, that is the Lehsuni. So just heat 2 tablespoons of oil. And then I took 10 cloves of garlic and just sauteed it till it was nice and golden. And now you add this to the mutton. Mix this well. Just garnish it with some freshly chopped coriander. And your Lehsuni gosht is ready to be served. My friends really love this recipe. So I want you to try it at home and let me know. And keep watching Smita Dev. Also, if you have any recipes that you want me to show you guys, please do message me and I'll be happy to show it to you. So yeah, so I'm going to, I had served this with some bread. I had pav at home. I called for some pav as well. And then we had pav and this Lehsuni gosht. I enjoy experimenting with food, and today the recipe that I'm going to show you is a crispy mutton masala, which I made a couple of times earlier and it turned out really delicious, and I'm sure your family is going to love it too. So here I have a kilo of boneless mutton, which we are going to pressure cook, along with 3 tablespoons of ginger, garlic and coriander paste. I've taken 40% garlic, 30% ginger and 30% coriander. So 3 tablespoons of this ginger, garlic and coriander paste. Salt to taste. So add about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. A liter of water to this. Just mix this well. So now pressure cook this meat on a high flame for 3 whistles and then reduce the flame and cook it for another 10 minutes and then you can shut the flame. So while the mutton is getting cooked, we'll prepare the masala for this. So heat 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee and we'll add some whole spices now. So 2 bay leaves, an inch of cinnamon, 10 peppercorns, 2 black cardamoms, 1 star anise, 5 cloves, 5 green cardamoms, and we'll just wait for these spices to release their aroma. And now we'll add 4 medium onions that are finely chopped and we're going to saute them till they are brown in color. Now after 3 whistles, reduce the flame to a medium low. So now you can see the onions have browned well, but they are not crisp. So now we'll add a tablespoon of ginger, garlic and coriander paste to this, a heaped spoon, okay? Now after sauteing the ginger, garlic and coriander paste for a minute, we'll add just 1/4 cup of water to soften the onions. I'm not adding too much of ghee to the onions while we are sauteing the onions because we have to make the mutton crisp. So that time I'm going to be using a little more of ghee. So I don't want the dish to turn too oily. Now to this we'll add 3/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of red chili powder, a teaspoon of garam masala powder, and now we'll add a little water to this, about 1/4 cup. Mix this well. Now let's add some salt. Remember, we've already added salt to the mutton while it was getting cooked. So add just enough for the masala. So our masala is ready. I'm just waiting for the mutton to get cooked before we move on with the recipe. The pressure is released, so let's remove all the mutton pieces. Now with all the stock that you can see here, which is full of flavors, you can cook some beautiful moist rice, or you can make a soup out of this. Take your creativity to its best with this stock. We're going to slightly mash these boiled pieces of meat. Just wait for it to cool for a bit. So now take these boneless pieces and just crush them slightly like this. Okay? You can see this? Just thoda sa crush them. Now that we've mashed the succulent meat pieces, we're going to fry them crisp. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of ghee again and just put the mutton pieces and fry them in the ghee. So now fry the mutton for at least 5 to 6 minutes. So you can see how the mutton pieces have become nice and crisp. Now you just mix in the masala. So you guys must be wondering why I was using a tawa for this recipe. Yeah? It's just for this reason, because I wanted to keep the masala separate and fry the mutton pieces also in the same pan. Now I'm going to add an inch of ginger that has been julienned, a handful of freshly chopped coriander leaves. Mix it further. Now for those of you who are vegetarian, don't feel disheartened. You can make the same recipe using raw jackfruit. Yeah? Now we'll add a cup of the stock to this. We don't want the dish to get too dry. I'm going to throw in some slit green chilies as well on this. Now just before you remove it in a serving platter, take an onion, slice it, add it, squeeze in lemon juice, a nice juicy lemon, half is good enough. Just throw in some freshly chopped coriander. Shut the flame and now remove it in a serving bowl. Now you can serve this with some soft pav, paratha or any bread of your choice, and साथ में you can serve a raita as well. So try this dish, let me know and keep watching Smita Dev.